Hello everyone, welcome back to our another episode on Beyond the Ranks podcast. So today I have a very special guest with me, Madhuri ma'am. Madhuri ma'am is basically from Bangalore and she has done her masters from फूड साइंस. जो आज का हमारा एजेंडा रहने वाला है डिस्कशन का वो यही रहने वाला है कि ऑन सोशल मीडिया यू विल फाइंड एन नंबर ऑफ रील्स, एन नंबर ऑफ शॉर्ट वीडियोस, एन नंबर ऑफ पॉडकास्ट, लॉन्ग फॉर्मेट वीडियोस that people are spreading awareness about the importance of food, importance of diet, importance of working out and everything. So but इसमें ना ये भी चीज निकल के आ रही है सामने कि पीपल आर गेटिंग कंफ्यूज्ड एज वेल. जो एक नॉर्मल आदमी है, ठीक है, जो बंदा 9 to 5 9 to 6 अपनी जॉब कर रहा है, ही और शी इज गेटिंग कंफ्यूज्ड क्योंकि लाइक देयर इज अ कोटेशन दैट टू मेनी कुक्स स्पॉइल द फूड. सो आजकल इंटरनेट पर, सोशल मीडिया पर इंफॉर्मेशन इतनी ज्यादा है और हर टाइप की इंफॉर्मेशन है. लेट्स से इफ अ पर्सन he or she does not hold the degree of science, like he is from any sort of other background, he or she is also delivering lectures, he or she is also spreading awareness about the facts related to diet, कि ये खाने से ये फायदे हैं, ये खाने से ये नुकसान है. और उसे ना उसकी साइंटिफिक नॉलेज पता है, ना कोई साइंटिफिक वैलिडेशन है, ना कोई वो बंदा रिसर्च करके आया है. सो उन्हीं सब मिथ्स को ब्रेक करने के लिए, उन्हीं सारे टॉपिक्स पर बात करने के लिए आई हैव इनवाइटेड माधुरी मैम ऑन आवर पॉडकास्ट. सो वेलकम ऑन आवर पॉडकास्ट मैम. सो गुड टू हैव यू. हाउ आर यू डूइंग?
I'm doing good. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Yeah. So, ma'am, as I have already cleared the agenda behind our podcast, so without wasting much of our time, I would just like to understand about your journey in the field of nutrition, in the field of diet and everything, and what inspired you to pursue this career.
Uh, Thank you. So actually, we are a family of health conscious. Like my parents, both my parents are very health conscious. My mom is the one who pushed me, influenced me, telling, nutrition is something that is going to blooming up in the future. And you have already seen eating healthy, and that's what is happening in our house. So she is the one who pushed me, like, pick up nutrition, start reading about it, getting the colleges for my degree, for my masters and everything. She's the one who pushed me, like, food science is something that will really help you, family, and your society. It is not that only for yourself. You'll be reading this and you're going to make a difference. I think I have to owe all my journey to her. She's the one who just asked me to take up food science. So I have done masters in food science and nutrition from University of Mysore, Manasa Gangotri. So next, after that, I finished my post-graduation diploma in gastrointestinal nutrition. So that's my specialization. So I deal with gut, gut being the root for everything nowadays. You come up saying you have hormone imbalance, diabetes, you're having anxious, you're feeling depressed, you're not feeling better at work. So I think gut is the root cause. So I've done post-graduation diploma in gastrointestinal nutrition after my MSc, Masters in Food and Nutrition. And I'm also a certified functional nutritionist.
Great. So as you just focused on, on the gut health. So could you
Yeah.
share some insights or, share the importance of gut health? And, could you tell our audience some ways, in which, they can improve their gut health?
Gut health is something that everybody has to take care. It's not only with people with IBS or having IBD. It's not only for them. As I said, gut is the root, and gut-brain axis is very much important, and everybody is talking about it. So if you want to really take care of your gut, and if you take care of gut will take care of yourself. Either it is your skin, your physical health, your mental health, your hair, everything is from the gut, because it's where the nutrient is absorbed, right? Like from a small intestinal and large intestine, nutrients are absorbed. So the things you actually have to take care of gut is eat a lot of vegetables,
Okay.
because that's the food for your good bacteria. And make sure you're eating good amount of fruits in a day. The fiber is what actually I'm talking about. It comes from fruits, vegetables, and make sure you're including probiotics, curd. I think I see many of them have stopped eating curd, buttermilk, yogurt, or kefir. These are the good source of probiotics that has to be there in a routine. If you're really intolerant to curd, dairy, you can go for other source of probiotics. You have coconut curd, cashew curd, oat milk curd, those things. But if you can if milk is something that suits you, you're not lactose intolerant, please make sure the buttermilk and curd is included in a day. And you can try kefir. That is again a good probiotic. With this, if this is something to the nutrition, you have to get some at least 15 to 20 minutes of me time in a day. That's I usually emphasize in my consultations, because we are all running around something, either it is career or personal. Nobody has time for themselves. Me time has become a luxury now. That's what I feel. Like if I ask someone, what did you do for yourself this weekend? Nothing. Watching TV is not me time again. Listening to music. Do something for yourself that keeps you calm. Either it is a meditation, reading a book. Other than the screen time, we need some me time. So that really helps you to calm your gut, because the more anxious and more stressed, your gut is getting irritated. Because IBS and SIBO have a lot of connection with gut and the stress. So that is something which is very important. Nutrition and your mental health is something you need to, which is required to improve your gut.
Okay. So, ma'am, I would like to know, like, could you tell our audience about any sort of shocking truth, like, because you comes from the science background, so you must have read a lot of research paper and a lot of studies that have been conducted across the world. So, I wanted to understand, like, could you tell any 2 to 3 shocking, shocking facts or shocking, figures that persons who are not emphasizing on their gut health, and what are the serious repercussions they are facing in their life?
The myth is eating too much fat will gain fat. Eating fat will make you fat. That's true. But eating not every fat will make you fat. Like people are afraid of eating egg. You'll not trust me. Egg is such a source of omega-3, vitamin D. People don't want to eat egg, thinking they'll gain weight. And people don't want to eat nuts and seeds, but they'll not have a question when they want to eat. Pick up that packet of chips and eat. So they're okay eating packet of chips or a packet of biscuit. They don't have a question. But when they want to eat yug yellow, they'll ask me, Madhuri, are you sure that you want me to eat 2 eggs in a day? Are you sure? Like, can I eat it one in the morning and one in the night, or can I eat it one in a day? They have these questions. So see, trans fat and saturated fat, which is coming from deep fried, which is coming from bakery foods, has to be avoided.
Okay.
If fats are coming from nuts, seeds, your desi ghee, boiled eggs, this is absolutely fine. I think everybody should include, irrespective of their health issues. So this is one of the biggest myth people are going around. And if I want to say about one more myth is rice. I think rice, the white rice or the brown rice, people are afraid of eating that. They think, white rice is bad. White rice is bad if you're eating too much quantity, and if you're eating only rice. Especially in South India, you could see people eating only rice for breakfast, only rice for lunch. The variety of rice, lemon rice or tamarind rice, those things, and eating only rice in the dinner. So that is something that is going to affect your insulin resistance, diabetes, gaining weight, hormone imbalance, everything. But if you're eating rice, good amount of protein, if you're a vegetarian, add dal, or sprouts, paneer. If you're a non-vegetarian, you can add some non-veg option with good amount of vegetables again. If you're balancing your plate and including 1 cup of rice, that's absolutely fine.
India, almost 40% people are diabetic. I don't have the exact count. I'm just taking a hypothetical example. So I wanted to understand if you have any sort of exact data of anything, anything that is associated with our health. So I wanted to understand that is very alarming, so that our audience, they will get a wake up call and they will become more more serious for their health, that this is the high time, I have to do this changes in my lifestyle, this changes in my diet, then only I'll become healthy and then I can sustain a healthier lifestyle. So I wanted to understand that part, ma'am.
So India is already capital of diabetes. I think if you know that or you don't know,
Mhm.
India is capital for diabetes and cancer. So we are topping. Okay, so that's the statistics. And one more thing is, so recently I read that 65% of Indians are insulin resistant.
Okay.
Yeah, so people actually don't know that they're pre-diabetic. That's really sad. 65% is a big population, right? So if if the hip and ratio is more, they are insulin resistant. And most of the hormone imbalance people are already insulin resistant and they don't know that. You know, if your waist is growing bigger, so that says that they are insulin resistant. If you could have also seen some people with skin tags, you know, having a darker neck. These are all the signs of the insulin resistant. So to answer your question, yes, 65% of Indians are insulin resistant, and most of them don't know. And people think they're only obese, they're only overweight, and they could already be pre-diabetic.
So, ma'am, is
Yeah.
pre-diabetic reversible? Like, there's a lot of debate present. There's a lot of debate going on that it is. Some studies says it is not reversible. Some says it is reversible. What is your take on this?
If someone in the age of 30s to 40s, and if you are a beginner, you know, you're just got into insulin resistance and you're pre-diabetic, your HbA1c is 7.58. If you just put yourself into a proper diet, change your lifestyle, you can 100% reverse your diabetes. If you are 45 plus and it is slowly affecting your organs, your kidneys, eyes, nervous system, that then it is difficult because you're already aged. Your pancreas slowly have stopped producing insulin, or could be less production of insulin. That's where you're given tablets and insulin extra dose. So that's when it is not reversible. But if you're at younger stage, you can definitely reverse type 2.
Say, if I type on social media desi ghee, is desi ghee good for me or bad for me? You will find 50 videos which are speaking people's the fitness enthusiasts, the experts, the so-called experts. They are sharing their views that desi ghee is a good source. On the contrary part, you will find 50% of the videos on telling the negative effects of it. And this is the scenario with every food. Let's say if I take the example, or like you said, eggs. So you will find 100 videos speaking negative about eggs, 100 videos positive. नॉर्मल आदमी कैसे डिसाइड करे? वो तो बेचारा कंफ्यूज हो रहा है ना इसमें. वो तो ठीक है, वो आज जैसे मुझे वेट लूज करना है, मैं बहुत एनर्जेटिक फील कर रहा हूँ और मैं बहुत मोटिवेटेड हूँ कि ठीक है, नाउ आई विल फॉलो अ स्ट्रिक्ट डाइट रिजीम, स्ट्रिक्ट डाइट प्लान, जिम जाऊँगा, मुझे अपने लिए डाइट बनवानी है. अगर तो अब मैं यूट्यूब का हेल्प ले रहा हूँ, सोशल मीडिया की हेल्प ले रहा हूँ. वहाँ पर आई एम जस्ट गेटिंग कन्फ्यूज्ड. कुछ समझ में ही नहीं आ रहा क्या करूँ. तो इस केस में एक नॉर्मल आदमी क्या कर सकता है? या
So please follow influencers, are dietitians and nutritionists who have really into the field, like, you know, who have really qualified. That's what I say. So there is a difference between a certified nutrition to qualified nutrition. So please check their credentials. That is the first thing I would tell them. If you're following someone or if you want to know about nutrition through an influencer, please check their profile, whether the particular influencer is qualified or certified. So there's so many certificates available in the market. Doing 3 months course, 6 months of nutrition, no, it will not give you enough knowledge about nutrition. You have to have a degree in nutrition, right? So if whether check whether the influencer is actually is an MSc graduate. Do they have a post graduation in food science and nutrition? And see the certificates. Actually, I have put my certificates everywhere. If you have seen that, you
या
know, that's one easily you'll be able to know whether this influencer is actually qualified to tell whether the food is correct or not. And if you really want to get in touch and talk to them, that's the best thing. Get them on a call and ask about, you know, what is your credentials. I think everybody should talk about it. I see that most of the influencers are not talking about the credentials. They're just sitting and talking about the nutrition or the food that you have to eat or you have to not. Then nobody is talking about their qualification. That's why even a software engineer have become a nutritionist now. That's really sad. And an MBA graduate has become a nutritionist. The most shocking part is a person who has transformed herself or himself has become a nutritionist because
True.
he's got into a program with under some nutritionist, learned the basic of nutrition and start doing doing nice reels on Instagram and put their own stuff, make it fascinating. And that's when they've called themselves as a dietitian and a nutritionist. That's really sad. But please talk to your dietitian or a nutritionist whom you want to, join their program or whom you want to follow, whom you want to trust. Sit with them, talk to them, get to know about their qualifications, see their certificates, and then think about whether you want to follow their guidelines or not.
So I wanted to understand, like, let's say I have a aim to shed weight, okay, and and I am approaching any sort of dietitian. Let's say I am approaching you. So, what would be your pivot point, or how would you start your client? Like, what is going to be the entire diet regime that you are going to tell, and what is the starting step? क्योंकि मैं ऐसा देखता हूँ कि लोग क्या करते हैं कि एक ही सेम डाइट प्लान सबको चेप देते हैं। अगर आप जिम में पूछोगे तो वो एकदम फीजिबल नहीं है। किसी की पॉकेट अलाउ करेगी, किसी की पॉकेट अलाउ नहीं करेगी, किसी के ऊपर वो काम करेगा, किसी के ऊपर वो काम नहीं करेगा। तो एज अ साइंस एक्सपर्ट, एज अ क्वालिफाइड एक्सपर्ट, आई वांटेड टू अंडरस्टैंड कि हमारे व्यूअर्स को ये पता चले कि अगर उनका एम है बॉडी बॉडी फैट लूज करना, तो उनको किन किन बातों का ध्यान रखना चाहिए, और जिस डाइटिशियन को वो रीच आउट कर रहे हैं उसके अंदर वो क्या क्या वो स्किल्स होने चाहिए, प्लस उसे कैसे अप्रोच करना चाहिए।
So let's think two people have come to me. Okay. Let's think both of them have come for the weight loss.
Okay.
So I usually get them into a proper full body checkup, a blood test and a urine test. So
Okay.
exactly to know what is happening with person A and person B. Okay. So it is not that, as you said, one diet doesn't fit for everybody. Person A would have a lot of deficiencies, high cholesterol, high body fat percentage, and that's the reason he has got weight issues. And he has also come for the weight, but he may not have so much of deficiency, a moderate deficiency, and he would have gut issues. So how can I give the same diet for both of them? Right?
True.
So it is totally different. So if you want to really work on a lifestyle change or you want to transform yourself, you have to get to know what is acting exactly inside your body. So we'll get to know what is the reason for your weight gain. And then I sit with them, have a proper consultation. How is their routine? We all have a different routine. Of course, we get up, go to office, come back, but our lifestyle is totally different. One gets up at 4 o'clock in the morning, one gets up 9 o'clock in the morning, right? So our body functions are different. So everything is happening differently. Your lifestyle, your eating habits are different, and the other person eating habits are different. So I get into them with a proper video consultation, note their routine. With their blood reports, I then make a diet plan according to the requirement. So if a person with gut health, so first I'll treat their gut. So if I directly go on, please, a person with A, please work on your calorie deficit, you will lose weight. He will lose weight, only 2-3 kgs. And the next month there is no result. Then he'll think like, what, Madhuri, I'm not seeing any result. What happened? Right? So if gut is the something that is really required an attention, first I'm going to treat his gut, clear the problem with the gut, improve his absorption, and then we will get into a calorie deficit. So with the person A, his gut is fine. It's only the deficiency and fat percentage we need to work upon. Then the process is different. One diet plan doesn't go for everybody. That's why we have studied and said, do calculations every day. You know how much calorie a person needs and how much calorie this person needs, what nutrients we need to add extra for this person. So that's when we sit. The background work is too much, which is not spoken about, and even if the people also doesn't know, and they think that, okay, what do dietitians do? They just tell you what to eat and what not to eat, and what to eat has a lot of calculations behind.
True.
Yeah.
So, thank you so much for this detailed response, ma'am. So, ma'am, moving on, like, I just wanted to understand, like, if we go like 10 years back, or let's say 20 years back, our parents' generation. So there were no sort of social media, no sort of influencers, enthusiasts. So they used to be more healthier than us, and their gut health was far better than ours.
That's true because their availability of food was very nice, very healthy. The population was less, cost of living were less. So they used to eat healthy. And I remember my grandma telling that she used to drink milk only when the cow is been, delivered with the calf, right? Only when the cow gets a baby, that's when they were getting milk and that's when they were drinking milk. Now that is not the case. You get milk throughout the year, right? So the availability has been too much now. People consumption has increased. That's where easily people are gaining weight comparatively to before. And don't ask about the activity. My parents were very active and they're still active now. So they have their own schedule of physical activity. My grandparents, they go every day for a physical walk. They go and get their groceries. But now the generation is we do Zepto, we do Swiggy, Instamart, we get everything easily, quickly. Even we don't even go out and get our groceries. That says that the activity has come down. So that is where I think they were physically active, and even whatever they were eating, it was burned out. But the eating has increased and physical activity have come down. I think that's where people are increasing weight. They have a lot of deficiencies, a lot of health issues comparative to then. Now it is increased. That's the reason.
ओके एंड लाइक सेकंड पार्ट में जैसे कि वेट लूज करना सच में इतना कॉम्प्लिकेटेड है कि या फिर लोगों ने ज्यादा बना दिया है कॉम्प्लिकेटेड
Okay, it is not complicated. I think losing weight is the most easiest part. If
अकॉर्डिंग
there is
टू
no deficiency and there is no other issues, right? So I think it is not difficult. Just get into a proper lifestyle change, do your activity, work on your mental health, eat healthy, you will start losing weight. And I don't know why they've made it complicated. And there's so many reels coming up, do intermittent fasting, do keto diet, do something, that's really not complicated. Weight loss is the most easiest part. Working on your hormones, working on insulin resistance, working on deficiencies is something that is difficult and you need really a proper guidance. Weight loss is easy. If you correct this, the immediate thing happens is weight loss. And also, I want to add up to this answer is weight loss is something that happens in the last.
ओके
So if your lifestyle is bad from last 2 years, today you'll be gaining weight. So people come up and ask me, Madhuri, I recently gained weight. I don't know. It's from 2 months that I've gained weight, from 3 months that I've gained weight. No, it doesn't happen like that. And even the insulin resistance doesn't happen in 2-3 months. So it is from 2 years to 3 years that their lifestyle has totally messed up and they're slowly aging. The metabolism, what you had it in age of 20 is not when you have it in your 30s, right? The metabolism age is different every year. As we grow, the metabolism is slowly dropping.
आई हैव टेकन दिस इनिशिएटिव कि यार कुछ ऐसी चीजें हमारे व्यूअर्स को पता चलें कि और जो लोग कॉर्पोरेट में काम कर रहे हैं उनके लिए आपका क्या पीस ऑफ एडवाइस है यू कैन शेयर related to sort of anything related to psychology, anything related to mental health, diet, fitness overall. So प्रैक्टिकल एडवाइस मैम, नथिंग सॉर्ट ऑफ फैंसी, ज्यादा
Got it.
ज्यादा पॉकेट, थोड़ा पॉकेट फ्रेंडली भी होना चाहिए और प्रैक्टिकल होना चाहिए, कुछ ऐसा फैंसी या हाइपोथेटिकल साउंड नहीं करना चाहिए.
Okay. So let's think, as you asked me the question, for a corporate people who are really busy, no time for themselves. So get at least 45 minutes of physical activity. That's something
Okay.
that you have to do it for yourself. If you do it today, I think the tomorrow will be better. So you have to prioritize your health activity first. 45 minutes of a physical activity is very much required for any individual. Minimum, I'm asking, not maximum. So at least going for a walk and doing some Zumba or yoga, whatever they feel like, has to be there for that 45 minutes to 1 hour of physical activity. Okay. Please let them not compromise on that. They can't come up and tell me there is not even 1 hour of time for my physical activity. Then the later years are going to be affected. That's for sure. So every day of activity, that's one thing. And coming to their mental health, I think the best thing is keeping away themselves from the blue screen, the phone, at least an hour before them going to bed. That is practically possible. See, the more you're away from your phone, you think more about yourself, about your health, your family, and everything. Otherwise, the social media has already taken care of our self, like think about new trend happening in India, new lifestyle, new fitness coach is selling something. So you want to be updated yourself with what's happening in social media. So rather than doing that, I think please, whenever you're going to your office, whenever you're traveling, let's be away from our screen time. That's something that you can do for your mental health. With that, if they can sit and meditate for 5 to 10 minutes, chant their shlokas, their religious shlokas and everything, they can do that. That is something good for their mental health. Or listen to music, not see the music, but listen to the music is something that really helps them. Coming to the nutrition part, I think they can carry home food if that is available. Otherwise, they can snack on something, they can store in their office tables. I think that should be more healthier. I do get questions, Madhuri, my breakfast was good, my lunch was good, my snack was gone. I'm not eating healthy in my snack. Maybe they can choose, carry some nuts, carry seeds. This is again practically possible. Buy fruits, that is possible. They can, store the makhana, puffed rice in their office tables. That's something very easily, practically be done. That evening 5 o'clock snack with your cup of coffee, you can just eat some makhana rather than going for something deep fried or biscuits. That's practically possible. And do get some sleep. If you switch off your mobile 1 hour before, you'll really get that 7 to 8 hours of sleep. Uh, People have an habit, just because I'm not sleeping, I'm not feeling sleepy, they start seeing the phone. And that will not make them sleepy again, right? Because constant dopamine effect, that constant feeling good about seeing something nice in Instagram, that will again increase their good hormones, and again they'll not be able to sleep better. So that is keeping them awake till 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock. Rather, it's better they switch off their phone early or put them on the silent and go to sleep.
So, ma'am, this is going to be our last topic of our podcast, and then we will be wrapping it up. So, I just wanted to, I just wanted to understand your take on this, like how one can manage cravings. क्योंकि एक शुगर क्रेविंग एक ऐसी चीज है ना, वो हर बंदे को होता है इररिस्पेक्टिव ऑफ द जेंडर, मेल फीमेल हर किसी को. ऑल्सो और इसी का ये जो शुगर क्रेविंग्स की वजह से ये बहुत ज्यादा हमारा जो वेट बढ़ता है वो बहुत ज्यादा सिग्निफिकेंट रोल प्ले करता है. सो व्हाट इज योर टेक ऑन दिस कि यार हम अपनी जो क्रेविंग्स हैं, शुगर की क्रेविंग्स हैं, उसे कैसे कम कर सकते हैं या बैलेंस आउट कर सकते हैं.
If you are a person who eats good amount of protein and fiber, because these two things which gives you satiety is something that keeps you full for a longer time. So this is the secret. If you really want to avoid that sugar cravings, make sure your breakfast, lunch, and dinner is always balanced. As I said in the beginning, 1 cup of rice, a source of protein, 1 cup of vegetable, and a glass of buttermilk. So this is balanced, right? So if your plate is well balanced, you can 50 to 60% avoid that sugar craving which you get after the meal. That's one of the reason. And the second reason is definitely because you're stressed. When we are stressed, we want to feel better, right? We want the dopamine, serotonin effect to be released. We want that hormone to work. So what is that something that keeps our mind fresh is the sweet. So if you're really stressed, I have not seen anyone going and picking something, spicy. Nobody wants to eat that spicy chicken kebab or, whatever it is. They really want to pick up that chocolate, Cadbury chocolate, or some sweet of it. right? So when you're stressed, automatically our mind wants to feel relief, and that's when we go and pick up that sweet. So that's the reason for sugar cravings. And the one more reason for sugar cravings is your sleep. So let's think you had a long day in office and you haven't slept the whole night. And again, the next day you have to go to office. So if you want to go to office, you have to be active again. You can't be a sleepy head in the work. You have to
Yeah.
concentrate. You have to finish your work, the day's work. So what do? Again, you don't go and pick up that spicy food. You want to get that cup of coffee with 2 spoons of sugar, right? Yeah. So when our body is stressed, when we are not getting enough sleep, our body asks for sugar because we want to feel better. That immediate rise of dopamine, serotonin, the happy hormones to go up, we need sugar. So get good sleep, be away from the stress, and eat a balanced meal. You will slowly and definitely be able to beat the sugar cravings for sure.
तो मैम यहाँ पर मेरे को ये जानना था कि यार उन लोगों के लिए मतलब जिनकी पॉकेट अलाउ नहीं कर रही है, देखो जिनके पास पैसा है, पैसे की कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं है, वो भले 20-30 kg ओवरवेट है, तो दे विल उनका एक पर्सनल डाइटिशियन है, वो कर लेगा। लेकिन जो एक
Correct.
नॉर्मल मिडिल क्लास है, जो एक कॉर्पोरेट में जॉब कर रहा है बंदा, या कॉलेज ग्रेजुएट भी है, जिसके पास पैसा नहीं है, लेकिन हाँ ठीक है, वो मोटा हो गया, तो वो अब कैसे कर सकता है? क्योंकि अगर वो यूट्यूब पे और इंस्टा पे जा रहा है, तो वहां पर वो कंफ्यूज हो रहा है। अगर वो लेट से किसी एक्सपर्ट के पास जा रहा है, तो वो थोड़ा महंगा पड़ रहा है, तो उस केस में वो उसके लिए आप क्या सजेस्ट करेंगे?
Yeah. So even if they can't afford, that's okay, no problem. Doesn't mean that you have to pay some thousands of money and go to a dietitian only. What you can do, at least do some basic. As I said, a balanced meal is everything. We read this from the school, right? So balanced eating is taught in our 8th standard, 9th standard science only. So make sure you're eating good amount of vegetables. And I nowadays don't see youngsters doing that. Vegetables is something no for them. It's not tasty, so they don't want to eat it. So vegetables has to be there in a plate. 1 cup of curd and eat that basic, the home food. That's when all the nutritious come. And if you want to eat in your college or office canteen, it's gone. That's where the fat is going up. The meals are not balanced. It's everything is oily or deep fried or it is a baked stuff and everything. It's gone. So start eating food at home. That will really make a difference in your gut because there's nothing that is triggering you. There's no unhealthy food happening. It's all hygienically made, and then make sure at least eat good amount of vegetables. Eat fruit, one fruit of in a day. You don't need a dietitian to tell this. We have been told from the school, right? Eat one fruit a day. Eat nuts and seeds. Eat vegetables. A glass of milk in a day. This is really good. These are the small changes. Anybody and everybody can do this. And 50% of the weight loss is gone there. Weight loss is done. If you eat vegetables, fruits, nuts, seeds, a glass of milk, you're done. And eating it from home, you have lost weight.
आई बिलीव जो भी हमारे व्यूअर्स ये पॉडकास्ट को देखेंगे, दे विल रियलाइज द इम्पोर्टेंस ऑफ हेल्थ, और वो छोटे छोटे चेंजेस जो आपने सजेस्ट किए हैं वो अपनी लाइफ में जरूर इंप्लीमेंट करेंगे, एंड दे विल इम्प्रूव ऑन देयर ओवरऑल हेल्थ एंड मेंटल वेलनेस। थैंक यू सो मच मैम।
Thank you, Lavin. Thank you. This was really a great opportunity for myself to talk about nutrition. Lovely talking to you. I think we covered every topic.
या
That's really nice of you and nice questions. Thank you for it.
थैंक यू सो मच मैम, थैंक यू सो मच,
Thank you.
हैव अ नाइस डे, बाय बाय।
You too. Bye bye.